The first time I was promoted to treasurer was at LSI Logic. And when I became a CVP, I was the second woman. The other lady, she was running investor relations at LSI. So out of 40 vice presidents, there were just the two of us. And when I got promoted, I just felt I've, built the credibility, I've delivered results, and this is a natural outcome. And yet I got so many emails and women stopping by my office to tell me, oh, wow, this is so amazing to see, a woman. And at that stage, it was 30 years ago, so much younger in my career, to say that, it's just wonderful to see you in this position. And I was like, what's the big deal? I did the work and I'm getting credit for it. But it made me realize that I may have been fortunate enough to have had the opportunity, the sponsors, and got promoted. And not everyone who puts in the work gets promoted. And it's harder for women and women of color. And so that's what kind of drove my passion to say, okay, I was not aware of this challenge in so many ways. And now that I am, I need to give back. And that's been a key passion area for me, to help with the culture of inclusion, helping women. And I've been fortunate at Microsoft to be involved with D&I efforts for this entire 20-year period, including leading our senior women in finance effort to develop and grow women leaders in finance. So it's been a great journey. It's learning from others who've been there for me and to pay it forward.
I would love to hear your view on the value, even though it's a bit self-serving, the value of NeuGroup, but even more broadly, the value of having a network and the ability to exchange, benchmark, and share ideas with and learn from peers at other companies. I would love to get your perspective on that, given our shared history.
Absolutely. I'd love to, for me, as I've shared with you more than once, it's been instrumental part of my journey in development in Treasury over these last several years. And, we touched upon being a woman in Treasury in the past. So in NeuGroup, I had role models where, if you remember, in the very beginning, almost 50% or more were women treasurers in the Tech 20 group at that point, right? And so people like Kathy Leschak, such an inspiration. And we always talk about having mentors, having a network you can lean on. That's how you do it. I mean, Gary Whippler from Apple, right? He was another strong influencer in how I thought about cash management. Right? They were the poster child because they had just gone through the downturn at Apple at that point.
Yeah.
And Gary made cash management and the whole working capital the key driver. So there was so many learnings for me at LSI to say, as LSI was capital intensive, how can I learn? We were showing up as treasury professionals, helping each other in a safe space. And that was critical for the success of every treasurer who was there, for us to feel that we can share and help and learn from each other. So even now, after I announced I'm moving on, I've got emails from some of those peers from the very early days because we have helped each other. We built those bonds.